Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising individuals from the time period of February 17th to the 24th. Okay, sorry about this reading being a little later than everybody else's, you guys, but I didn't know how to time manage properly. We're getting a little bit better as we go. Disclaimer, this background is not amazing. I am not a painter, I am a tarot reader, so it looks like this for now. My setup won't stay the same forever. I'm new to posting videos, so I'm still learning when it comes to editing and audio. Things may not be perfect for now, but I will get better with time, so bear with me. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. Also, disclaimer, my voice kind of comes and goes here and there. I think that, I don't know if I'm getting sick or something, but my voice has just not been doing well lately, and I sniffle a lot, but that's allergies. I live with a cat. I'm allergic. Anyways, enough about me. Alright, so today we're going to get into the theme for your week, which is Earth Pulsing, which is the pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Okay, and then the energy you should be keeping within yourself this week, Pisces, is the snake. So live according to your divine essence. And the advice that Spirit has for you this week, guys, is it's time to release negativity, which is the full moon in Scorpio card. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first things first, for you guys, I think Spirit is really trying to accentuate that you need to spend time getting closer to the world around you and really tuning in to nature and Mother Earth. I know this is going to be kind of a difficult thing to do since most of us are in the winter season right now, so it's kind of cold and dark and dreary and such, but spring is coming as well, and your guys' season is just around the corner, so keep in mind that the universe really wants you to get more in tune with nature, whether that be going outside and doing something in the world right now, or researching things about nature that you truly enjoy, or taking part in hobbies that involve the outdoors of some kind. Like if you're into gardening, or if you're into anything involving animals as well. Animals are nature in a sense, so if you have a calling towards animals or pets, which I've noticed Pisces tend to have a very good connection to animals and Mother Nature, I think that Spirit's trying to get you to come back to this, because I think that once you do, Spirit is going to enlighten you on an important event or an important person to keep aware of with this snake card. This card is kind of like the ultimate sign that something is going to happen to you, either involving a person or a situation, whether it be negative or whether it be positive. This is just a warning that things are about to change. Either you're going to have to really pay attention to the people who you surround yourself with. I feel like something will be revealed to you shortly about who needs to stay around and who doesn't. And I feel like it's time to release negativity. Could go two ways for this. It's either if you automatically think every single person around you is negative or every single person is out to get you, it is time to release this idea and realize that sometimes life is meant to work out and sometimes people do have good intentions. And if you are really focused on the negative in your life right now, this is Spirit's kind of not Spirit slap in the face to say hey, wake up, not everything is bad and there are good things out there. Just because bad things have happened to you in the past doesn't mean it will continue to, and such. But it can also mean if a certain individual comes to mind when you look at this card or think about this card at all, when I brought it up in the first place, I would start to pay attention to that situation, particularly more so than maybe you have been. If this is something that's been weighing on you for a while, one specific situation, if you're not if you're very, like, if you have a really good feeling that there's something wrong about a person, not everybody in general, like, it's not the world's out to get you, but I don't know about you, I would start to listen to that. Or a certain place you're at, or a job, or like anything of that kind. Anything in your life, if it's been bothering you in any way, it is time to start paying attention to that, and you need to start working on what you're going to do to either fix this problem or eliminate it from your life completely. And I feel like the theme of this week being earth pulsing means really get in touch with the world around you, and the answers and the information will just, it'll come to you like nothing. I feel like Pisces is very good at that in general, but I don't know if you guys always pay attention to everything that comes to you, because you're very insightful and very intuitive individuals that have a connection with the world around them in the way that not everyone else does. So I think that now is the time to really utilize that ability to see what is coming up next for you guys when it comes to your life. But okay, let's get into something else now. We are going to do the Celtic or Celtic cross spread for what's going on for you guys in general. And I already got a card while shuffling, and it is the Empress. Okay. And that's just the theme or what's going on in the present moment. Something revolving around the Empress. Now, what is the challenge or conflict that Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus people may face this week? Okay, we got the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Fire in this deck. Alright, now what is going on for Pisces subconsciously that may have made this situation come to light? We have the Page of Cups, or sorry, not the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. And what may have happened in Pisces' life in the past to make this situation come to light? That is way too many cards. But the one that flipped up was the Five of Swords, so we are going to take that. Also, sorry guys about how beat up this deck is. It's just well loved. I've had it for years and used it a lot. It's very trustworthy, and I feel like it's one of my most trustworthy decks, especially for things like this, so that's why I'm using it. Sorry about the quality, I guess. Alright, and then what's going on the conscious feelings and thoughts at the moment, and how you're presenting yourself to the world is the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Air in this deck. Same thing that Libra's got. Disclosure. Okay. And what is going to be happening for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus people in the near future regarding this situation? Lord. Again, a lot of cards flew out, but the one that flew out face up was the Ace of Cups. Alright, Pisces. So, what is going on for you guys right now? I feel like you have come to terms with yourself as a beautiful and productive person in a way. I feel like while maybe your self-confidence or the way you're expressing this to the world around you is a little bit rough, I feel like deep down you know that you have great potential and great ability to accomplish your dreams and goals and, you know, produce lavish abundance in your life. While things right now on the forefront may not be the greatest, maybe your self-confidence just took a hit. I'm getting a clarifier on the Queen of Wands and why this is, and we got the Six of Cups. Maybe something from your past, we're going to actually look into that next, maybe triggered this self-confidence problem. But the Five of Swords, I want to see why this is popping up for Pisces right, or in the past for this reading. We have Judgment. And the Seven of Wands, sorry. So it's like something you had to fight for in the past, Pisces. Maybe it was a final decision you had to come to that may have turned out sour or may have made you reevaluate everything and where you are exactly in your life right now. I feel like you have to like reevaluate. One second. Yeah, with the Four of Swords just popping out as I was shuffling, I think you need, or you did, go back into your own head and reevaluate the whole situation as a whole. The situation as a whole, I guess. And really started to rethink your position in the situation and your viewpoint. There may have been something you strongly felt about with the Seven of Wands that may have not been the right position or may have not been recepted well by the people around you, and maybe that took a hit to your confidence where you had made a choice about something finally and everybody around you, or like even your own self-doubt, kind of just ripped you to shreds and was like, no, that's not the right idea, because like, you know, and it was kind of mean in a way, or very like harsh. That's what I'm getting. Or somebody wanted to see you fail, so they told you that this idea was stupid or that you need to go back to the drawing board. And I think you did that anyways, because I feel like this person or this situation or this advice you suck at. This advice you suck out. I don't know if that's a word, but like, yeah, you just bear with me. Like, this advice you looked for from either somebody close to you or something you really trust. I feel like that's why it took a blow to you, but keep in mind that not everybody and everything that you trust is trustworthy. Going back to the snake at the beginning of this reading coming up, this may have been a sign that this person is trying to like sabotage you in a way. And I feel like this is causing you some worry. I feel like you guys may be aware of this. I want to see why the Knight of Cups is in reverse at the bottom of the deck. We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse for the Daughter of Pentacles for this. We have the Knight of Cups again, but it's upright. Very interesting. We're gonna pull one more just to get some final clarity on this. We have balance, so temperance. Okay. So I have a feeling for you guys that there was like a romantic offer gone wrong, or a romantic proposal that may not be as fulfilling as it used to be, or may not be exactly what was promised to you in the past. I'm seeing Sagittarius like very strongly with the Temperance card, so if you know a Sagittarius like placement that made you feel this way, or if Sagittarius energy is resonating at all to you, like if you have that in your chart, this is probably the sign that there's something wrong in your romantic prospects. And I feel like maybe if you're not conscious of this, you will be soon. Or there was something from your past, or this person is like still affecting you from your past, and this is just more of a descriptor on them. They could be a water sign as well, with both Knight of Cups popping up. And they also could be an earth sign with the Daughter of Pentacles popping up as well. But I'm seeing a lot of like a certain type of person. And they could be, like this card says, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, or contemplative. But they may not be expressing this energy to you right at the moment. And that's maybe taking a blow on your confidence as well. Maybe things have all of a sudden changed in your relationship, and it's kind of driving you to this point of worry and anxiety, which we're going to ask about right now, if this is about the same thing. We got the Two of Pentacles. And one more. I got like 10. We don't need 10. And we got the Sun, or the Knight of Swords. So I have a feeling that there may be something that's really taking up a lot of your time and a lot of your thoughts, and I have a feeling that you're really trying to directly address this situation, and it may be causing you some type of anxiety, and it's really like on like your conscious brain. Like, I feel like people can see for you that you're very busy. First of all, I feel like you've got a lot on your plate, and you're doing a lot with your life right now, and I feel like they can see that you're nervous, but I can also see that you're taking action and you're still pushing forward. I think this Empress energy is radiating off you guys more than you're aware of. I think that you're kind of wrapped up in your own thoughts and feelings, while other people right now are seeing you as somebody who kind of has it all together, while you necessarily aren't seeing that. But I feel like this romantic connection, or this connection with someone very close to you, whether it be romantic or not, but there's a lot of love there. I have a feeling that it's really kind of bothering you because they're not acting the way they used to. I feel like there's a lack of some type of balance that there used to be between the two of you, and one person is really acting back and forth and not like following up with the offer that they originally promised in this type of situation, I suppose. But with the Ace of Cups in the future, I'm going to ask really quickly, and I did get the Three of Swords, but we're gonna ask for two more cards, sorry. Okay, and we got two more. We have the Hierophant reversed, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so let us talk about it. The Ace of Cups, to me, originally I saw it as a like new hope for love, and I can still see that in a way, but I have a feeling that there may be something offered to you that you are extremely afraid to take because of the fact that it may kind of come out of nowhere for some of you, and for others of you it may be a lesson or something like something that needs to be learned by you in order for things to go correctly. Sorry if you heard that noise in the background, it's my cat. Or something that you've been waiting on happening when it comes to love, and you're really anticipating a scary, harsh, like, reality to happen. I have a feeling that you guys are really kind of nervous deep down that this isn't going to turn out the way that you want it to at the end of the day. I see you anticipating heartbreak, even though there may not be all of that involved. I see you anticipating, like, either the break of a connection or, like, some type of weakness involving learning something. But I also see that maybe this type of thing, it was either a long time coming. If this is happening to you guys in the future, I'm very sorry, but I don't see it being as harsh as you're expecting it, especially with the Nine of Swords here. You may manifest some type of negativity in your future if you keep thinking this way. Not to stay as a warning, but just this nervous, expecting the worst. Like, when you expect the worst will happen type thing. That's just kind of the law of attraction in the first place. So if you're doing that, I would start to avoid doing that, because I feel like it's going to manifest a lot of negative self-thought involving love, especially the way you feel about a person. And if this person, like, really tugs at your heartstrings, I think you're, like, expecting some type of downfall involving them. I don't see it necessarily happening, but I do see a lesson that needs to be learned involving a heart-wrenching situation. Like, you need to kind of address the fact that you're scared of this, and maybe this is why you can't express the way you're feeling, or you have a lack of confidence when it comes to this relationship or the way your life is going right now. And if this is some type of prospect, like a creative endeavor, like if you have something like a dream you've been working on in that aspect, you may be extremely afraid that you will not be able to put on the table what you originally thought you could, because of a certain idea that somebody may have talked down about when you brought this idea up to them, or could just be plotting on your downfall and don't want to see you succeed, so they put negative thoughts in your head. And I feel like that's why you're really scared that the thing you love won't take off, because of things that have happened in the past, or that it's taking a really long time. But I have a feeling that you guys will be just fine when it comes to this. We do have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I did not check that for a lot of other signs in the past, but I wanted to for you guys just now. So I do see a new start happening regardless of all of this, like, worry and self-doubt or lack of self-confidence that I feel like you guys don't deserve, if that makes sense. I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit at all on what you're, like, capable of producing or what you're capable of doing. or bringing to the table, either romantically or in a project or prospect, in something you really have a lot of feelings towards. Alright, so now I'm going to do the romance he said, she said spread for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus people. I'm going to pick 2 cards. One is going to be you, one is going to be the other person. I got one already, which is the Bee. And it is spread, heart, healing, and joy. Okay? 1 second. And then we're going to pick one for the other person. This could be you, this could be them. I don't get to make that decision for you. That is all up to you on what you feel resonates most. The next card I got is the Dove, which is spread messages of peace and harmony. Alright, and now I'm going to pick 3 cards for the top row of this spread for your guys' romance reading, and this is going to be what's going on in the general aspect of your guys' lives right now. This may be romantically towards each other, it may not. We will see as time goes on. Okay, so the first card for the Bee we got is the Devil reversed. And this is just what's going on with the Bee themselves in their own lives. Okay, and we got the Fool reverse and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay. And now the next card is going to be Jesus, the energy that the Bee is presenting to the Dove on the conscious playing field. Like, the Dove will be able to see this energy right here, while the Dove may not be able to see what's going on the inside, if that makes any sense. And we got the Six of Wands for that. Okay, so right away, for the Bee, I can sense that there is some self-growth happening with them internally. I feel like there's something I feel like it might be the Dove, actually. I feel like there's something they really want to pursue that they may not be sure if it is going to be as successful and great as they once thought, or they don't really know exactly what they're supposed to do in pursuing this person, so they're just kind of jumping into it wholeheartedly, like, okay, we'll just give this a shot. Because I have a feeling the Bee has a lot to offer, but they have things that they're working on in depth. I feel like they may be going through some changing of old habits and behaviors that they realize that are wrong, that they are trying to fix for themselves in order to get this relationship to work. Because the way they're coming at the Dove is very, like, optimistically and successful. Like, they're anticipating a good response. They want a good response, and they are giving a good response in order, or a good prospect in order to get a good response. The Bee wants things to work out with the Dove. I can see this. But I have a feeling that there's a lot of things that either aren't working out in the Bee's life, which is making it difficult for things to happen, or for them to really bring a lot to the table, even though they're coming at it full force and with positivity. Well, there's a lot of things they still need to work on so that they can really be this new opportunity that the Dove is looking for, or this new type of energy in the relationship that may have been detrimental in the past. Alright, so now we're going to get 3 cards for the Dove. Sorry. Sometimes I, like, say words wrong, or I'm talking strange, but with this Mercury retrograde, things have been very difficult speaking-wise, so bear with me. We got the Ace of Wands reversed. Now, 2 more cards for the Dove. We have the Daughter of Swords reversed, so the Page of Swords reversed, and the Moon reversed. Sorry. Also trying to get the right angles to hold the cards. And now I'm going to get the energy the Dove is bringing to the Bee at this present moment. One second. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. So, the way this is looking to me is I have a feeling that the dove has figured some things out recently. Some information has been revealed to them. I have a feeling in regards to this connection that is making them either rethink it or not be as passionate about it as they once were. I think that the dove is really talking to other people and really paying attention to the things around them involving this love relationship in general. I think that they either may be listening to a lot of like negative talk about their relationship, or they may be listening to somebody who is really not out to help them. And I think that, but within this midst, I think that they have realized something either about themselves or about the bee that is making them a little less enthusiastic than they used to be when it comes to pursuing this connection. I don't really see them giving a lot of passion or emotional like comfort or support at this time, while the bee is kind of like full force coming at them, attempting to make things right or to progress things quickly and in a good manner. And maybe the dove doesn't like the fact that the bee is coming at them like with so much blind faith and like a lot of like potential but not real like tangible things. And maybe that's why the dove isn't as receptive to this offer or doesn't want to be as receptive at this time. We do have the Lovers reverse at the bottom of the deck that I noticed for the dove as I was about to put this down. So maybe the dove is looking at this connection totally differently than they used to. Even though the bee kind of has like, they realize that there's something new that needs to happen and they really want to try and make this happen with the dove, but there's things that need to be worked on still. We're going to get into that now with the challenge. So right away as I was shuffling, we got the World for the bee. And this row is just the challenges that they face in the relationship together or within the relationship in general. If they're not together, I guess, but you know. Okay. Two of Wands, or the Two of Candles in this deck. One more card for the bee and their challenges and conflict in this relationship. We have the Nine of Presents. Sorry, I have to count. I'm bad at Roman numerals. I'm getting better, but you know. Nine of Presents. And how is the bee presenting this information to the dove at this time? We have the Ace of Needles. So the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like the bee, again, is really trying to work through something with the dove. I have a feeling that the bee's problem in this relationship is they kind of, like, for some reason I'm getting, they need some closure on what's going on. They need to be able to feel happy in their own sense, like in an independent way, and they need to be able to go in the direction that they want to go on. And I think that the bee is expressing this to the dove by either saying something to them that it resonates so clearly to the dove that the dove can't not understand this prospect. I feel like the bee is really explaining how they truly feel about where the relationship is going for them and what direction they really need to take, because I feel like they're very confident in where they need to go, but I have a feeling that they don't know if the dove doesn't feel the same way. I have a feeling that the bee doesn't really want to keep doing things in the first place. So I have a feeling that the bee just kind of wants to know the truth. And the bee kind of wants some type of resolution for this relationship or the way things are going to go, especially if the dove is not being receptive to offers that the bee is giving them. While the dove just may be listening to their insight and intuition or people around them who may not have their best interests at heart, or they may, and just losing some type of passion for the connection in general, and the bee is trying to figure out why. I have a feeling the bee is either doing a lot of thinking about this in general, or When it comes to fixing something about themselves, I have a feeling the thing they needed to fix was some type of codependency issue. And I feel like with the Dove, they know they can resolve this matter if they try. So I feel like there will be something said, or it's being presented in a very obvious way to the Dove. We got the King of Swords for the Dove side of things right away. Alright, can we get 2 more cards, please? Magician. The Magician. 1 more. And Strength. Okay. So now we're going to get 1 more card on how the Dove is presenting these challenges to the Bee at this time. That was a little too many. We have Temperance in the reverse. Okay, so very interesting. I really do feel like words have a very strong connection to, or a very strong connotation to this relationship, especially on the Dove side. When this card said spread messages of peace and harmony, I don't take these cards' meanings to super heart right away until I get into the reading a little more and see if it pertains in a certain way. And I have a feeling that the Dove is really, really paying attention to messages in general in their lives around them. And I think it's sending them some type of signal. I either think that the Dove has a very strong sense of, I want to... I don't think they want to communicate the problem. That's not the thing with the Temperance reverse. I feel like there's something very unbalanced about the connection, and they are very aware of this. I feel like others have brought this information or insight onto them, or they can really kind of see it within themselves because they've been enlightened to this secret or this insight of the way things are going. But with the Dove, I also think that they're really they're thinking long, hard, and deeply about it, and I feel like they're working on some type of change within the situation themselves. But I feel like when they're bringing this energy to the table, I don't think they're disclosing everything that they know to the Bee whatsoever. I feel like the honesty is very unbalanced between the two of these people. I feel like the Bee is being way more upfront about how they feel than the Dove is. I feel like the Dove is keeping a lot of things to themselves, even though they have a very strong and clear direction on where they want to go in their life, and they know what the problems are when it comes to this relationship. And they're very clear and concise about it in their own head, but when it comes to expressing it to the Bee, I don't see that happening in any way. I feel like there's a lot of distance between the two of them, whether it be physical or not. I see like a lack of communication, especially on an emotional forefront. I don't really see a lot of passion exchange between the two of them at all, especially from the Dove. The Bee is probably giving a lot more than the Dove is giving back. There's a big lack of give and take between these two people right now, but I feel like it's because of the Dove. The Dove knows something about the relationship, or knows something about the Bee that the Bee doesn't know that the Dove knows. Or the Dove has this whole other agenda or plan for their life that the Bee is not aware of, and the Dove is going to take it, I feel like, in a very secretive and to the side matter, but they have their mind made up. Like, they are not doing anything differently than what's going on. I feel like the Dove is very unreceptive to the Bee on purpose. And I don't know why that is, I guess, particularly to this situation, because there may have been something in the past, or this person may have been a certain way that the Bee or the Dove did not like. And while the Bee kind of is going about it still, like, I still want to make things work, I'm really kind of optimistic about this, and I'm telling you exactly how this is, and being very clear. Even though things aren't very, like, it's all idea-based still, like, the Bee may not be doing anything concrete enough for the Dove to really take it seriously. We could go there as well with that. But we're going to get what's going to happen in the near future for you guys in this love spread. We're going to do the Bee first and do 3 cards, what's going to happen in the future regarding this romantic relationship. Okay, we got the 8 of Cups reverse. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. And we have the Six of Wands reverse. Interesting. Alright, so now we're going to get, oopsie, one card for how the bee is portraying this energy to the dove. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is just how I'm seeing this right now. I have a feeling that the bee is going to come to some inner realization about this connection in some way or another. Maybe they're going to start to pick up on the energy the dove is putting out. And I feel like the bee is going to feel some type of loss and refusal to move on because they're very stubborn about the way they feel. And I feel like they're still going to offer more to the dove in order to keep them around or to show them that they still care or that they really want to try and make things work, even though they may feel like it's not going to be successful for them, and that there may be better options around, but they just won't take them because they are dead set on this person. They don't want to move on from them, and they don't want to like end things regardless of how the dove feels about it, which is very interesting. But we're going to get into the dove very quickly. Jeez. The one card that flipped up for this is the Nine of Wands for the dove. Sorry, the camera angle is really bad. I could maybe try and fix it really quick. Yeah, we'll do that. Sorry if that's weird that I just changed it, but I want you guys to be able to see everything as well. Alright, two more cards for the dove. We have Death. Sorry. Holding things weird. One more card. That's too many. We have the Hermit. Alright, so can we get one more card for how the dove is presenting this energy to the bee? I see the Queen of Cups. And now, in order to make all of this make more sense, I'm going to pull one more card for the dove on the energy they're presenting to the bee in the future. I got the Eight of Wands reverse. And then one more card for the energy on what the bee is presenting. We have the Fool. Alright, so this is this, guys. The dove and the bee are on two totally different pages. I am really sorry. Okay, take this how it resonates as well. If this reading doesn't seem to fit with you at all, I wouldn't take this reading as like a reading for you, because this is for very specific people. These two people are on two totally different pages right now. One person is ready to move on, even though they care about this person at the end of the day, and I think they're thankful that they are being this way and that they keep trying to start something new with them. But they're not being receptive whatsoever. They don't want to accept this offer, but they are doing so in a kind and understanding manner. This person wants to be alone, and I think this person wants time to themselves and wants things to end, and they want to go on their own path. I feel like this connection makes them very upset, and it keeps them up at night, and they don't feel the same way about it as the bee does. I feel like the bee, though, has a lot of hope for the way things could go, and if you're the bee and you're in a relationship with someone like the dove, or you're pursuing someone like the dove, and you know for a fact that the dove is the one for you, because we got the Fool here as well, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Needles, all of this. If this person you know is a good opportunity for you to be with, and that's like a bad way to put it as well, but if this person you know is the person you're supposed to be with, I wouldn't necessarily give up on this connection, because I see that you really love them, but also keep in mind that things may not go the way you want it to, because they have their mind made up and set on a different path. I don't think that involves you in any way. They may not like necessarily break up with you, though. I'm not necessarily seeing that, but I see some type of transformation in the way that they're being, that they're going to start following their own path and listening to their own advice, and not necessarily accepting any new starts at this time. This person has denied every single thing, except for with the Queen of Cups here. They're being kind about it, I feel like, at least in the future. I feel like they're not going to be as cold or as totally, like, unreceptive, as they were in the past, or right now maybe. But I have a feeling still that they're not going to want to progress with anything or accept anything in full. And I feel like the bee, I'm sorry if you're the bee, I feel like maybe your doubts about this on the inside, or if you weren't really sure if this was going to work out, maybe you were right all along when it comes to that insight. But I also have a feeling that this person doesn't really wish ill on you at all. I just have a feeling they have a different thing that they're gonna do, or they're really, like, paying attention to the thing that they need for themselves. And I think they're paying attention to the messages the world is giving them. They're paying attention to the messages that the bee is giving them, for sure. But that doesn't mean they're gonna take it. This person is definitely becoming more of their own person on their own path in the future, for sure. But I wouldn't necessarily take offense to it if you are the bee. It's just, it doesn't seem like you two are on the same wavelength whatsoever on a romantic prospect this week, at least. And at least coming into the near future. This can also be changed. Just because I say a spread is going to happen doesn't mean that you can't change the way you're acting now for the outcome to be different. I have a feeling if you're the bee, maybe slow down, and instead of giving all of these unsolicited and unaccepted offers that the dove keeps not taking, maybe start to ask them what's wrong, or start to ask why things aren't working out on the relationship plane for you guys, and maybe we can avoid this serious loss and this serious, like, you know, pushing. I think you're pushing this person away by being so forward, in a way. Just with all these new starts and all of this confidence, in a way, I think that, like, the dove is really just does not want to, like, accept it, because I think that they're either overwhelmed by it, or they know it's not the right thing for them, or other people are telling them it's not, but it's leading them down a very, like, it's pushing them away from you, for sure. And they're worried about it, and they will continue to worry about it. So if you are the bee, I would suggest slowing down and being more open to listening, rather than just, like, prospecting new ideas and trying to get things to work out and, you know, being too much. I feel like the dove kind of needs somebody right now who will listen to them and try to turn this and this and this upright. Because if this and this and this were upright, I could definitely see this relationship working out in the future, but it's not. Even with all of these cards here, these cards right here are the reason why things won't go right if you continue doing this, because I think you just might be being a little too forward if you're the bee. And if you are the dove, and say you don't want to be with the bee, you know this, maybe instead of, like, not directly addressing the problem needs to be directly addressed. I know you know all of these things about this situation, about this person, or about the way you're feeling about your life, that the bee may not be totally aware of. And I feel like you need to start revealing this information to the bee before things go wrong, I suppose, or before you say something you don't mean, or before the bee's feelings really start to get hurt, or before, you know, things just disappear without any resolution. So yeah, that was my reading for you guys on your romantic prospects. I hope that you got something out of that in some way or another, and I hope it resonated in some way, or that it was interesting, at least, or opened your eyes to a possibility you may not have been aware of. Alright, so now I'm going to get into a quick intuitive spread. This is going to be 5 cards on something that you guys need to know right at this moment, like a message from spirit. This could be a warning, this could be advice, or this could be a sign, this could be like just a random piece of information that you didn't know you needed to hear till now. So yeah, these don't usually take very long. I pull 5 cards, or let them fall, like they just did. Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Two of Wands in reverse. It fell reverse. And this is just going to be a very clear, short message. Usually it's not too in-depth because I usually know exactly what it means when it's put on the table. And we'll just go from there. Four of Cups. One more for Pisces people. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay. So I see, this is very interesting and not exactly what I was expecting to get for you guys, but I can see that there is a romantic prospect or something that it's either in a work environment, someone you work with, someone you are close friends with, or somebody that like you see on a very regular basis. There is somebody in your life that could bring you a lot of positivity. I think that you're kind of realizing this like on the down low, and I think it's something that you've been like thinking or wondering about for a really long time. But this person, I have a feeling, is very choosy, and this may be why you like this person, is because they're picky, or they like really are not open at all to, not open at all, but they're not extremely like open to everybody being in their friend group, or they're picky with their friends, or they're picky with their lovers, or something of that kind. Or I could see a new friendship blossoming as well, like a very good and fun and like beneficial friendship for you in the future. And I feel like the reason, like the way you're gonna get there is by either narrowing down your options on who you let into your life, or not necessarily being so, I'm going to say this, clueless when it comes to what choice you're supposed to make in regards to this situation. I'm not sure if you would really expect this person to bring this type of hope and excitement to you, or maybe you did know it, but you maybe were questioning it. But this is my sign to you right now that this person is bringing a lot more to the table, either on a friendship plane or a romantic plane, that you were not expecting. And there's a lot of good things to come involving it, but you definitely have to either open up your options or be more picky. I know it's like one way or the other, but it'll apply to you the way you know it applies to you on the people that you let into your life, and that is the way you will figure out who this person is, because I have a feeling you're being indecisive. You were being indecisive for a reason, but now that's going to change because of some type of enlightenment. So yeah, there was that, and now I'm just going to do a quick closing message from Spirit on what you guys need to know. Right away, we got Whale and Orca Elders, which is share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. I really like this card, and I think it's very fitting for you guys. And one more closing message from the Moonology deck for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus people. You got you and your loved ones are safe. Beautiful. Okay. So, closing message for you guys. This is going to sound very random, but listen to a lot of music and drink a lot of water and get back into that like fish zone that you guys are in. I know that sounds really lame, but like the Whale and Orca Elders card for me is a very like, if you're into music at all, or if you find some type of solace or comfort in music, or if you like practice it at all, that is a good thing to be doing this week, because and expressing your creativity in that way, like outwards to the world, like people need to hear what you have to say involving this type of thing, or involving music in general. Take that how it resonates, but that is the very strong symbol I got for you guys. When I was pre-shuffling for Pisces, this card flopped out like 5 times. So I'm glad it came out again, because I really wanted to talk about it with you. And that you and your loved ones are safe. I feel like right now is a time where you should not be worried about extreme negative outcomes in any aspect. I have a feeling that regardless of what happens right now in your guys' lives, you and your loved ones are safe. Like the card says, things will all be okay. If a lot of bad things have been happening to you and you're not really sure like how to take it or respond to it, just like be kind and positive and kind of dig into the things you really enjoy, especially musically related or water related. If you guys like to swim, if you guys like to fish, if you guys like just like watching those ocean movies or something, if you guys like the ocean, if you live by the ocean, maybe go visit, something like that. That's really what Spirit is trying to say right now, is reconnect with your true inner fish and really start like listening to more music. Definitely, because you and your loved ones are safe. There's nothing really truly anything to worry about. Even in that past relationship reading where that was a little concerning, I have a feeling that at the end of the day, you will be fine, so will they, and life will go on, and it's all meant to happen. Everything's meant to happen for a reason. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it there before this gets too long. Thank you guys for watching, and if you watched all the way through, thank you very much. And even if you didn't, I appreciate anything that you guys do. Like, I love doing this. I will keep doing this, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that it resonated a little bit and helped in some way whatsoever, because yeah, I will definitely be back with more, and I hope you guys have a good week. Bye.